Hey, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, just welcome. Today, I'm not going to be taking any pictures, but I'm going to show you my new, easy to use, versatile vlogging setup. And it's all based around a GoPro Hero 8 to be exact. But this thing gives me the chance to vlog while I'm on the move. And it's perfect for if you're a lifestyle vlogger, a food vlogger, a sitting in your bedroom vlogger, getting out and running around vlogger, any kind of vlogger. This setup will be absolutely perfect. And let me show you why. It's just based around a GoPro, but it has a few modifications. You could just buy a GoPro, because GoPros are a perfect little camera. They're small, they're light, shove them in your bag, shove them in your pocket, and you can run around doing a piece to camera, even with your arm outstretched, or with a little selfie stick like this one. But it has its limitations. So let me start with the setup. So what I've got is the GoPro, obviously, the camera, inside a Ulanzi metal housing. So this is aluminium housing. The reason I chose that is because I needed it to hold, and this is very important, a 52mm filter. Now I've got a polarizing filter on here, and I'll show you why that's important in a little while. Also, this Ulanzi holder holds the GoPro audio adapter. Anyone that's tried to use a GoPro as a vlogging camera will know the audio quality is just not up to scratch. It's not designed for it, but the audio adapter allows you to plug in third-party audio systems and then get footage like I'm here with you now. Your camera is way over there, I'm way back here, and I can do that with the GoPro. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over to you. So here I am now talking to you with the camera on a gimbal. So the camera is now handheld and moving around. And I've got the GoPro here. Now actually the GoPro itself is recording all the sound because I've got the Rode Wireless Go on the camera. So the receiver is on the GoPro and the transmitter is in my pocket. And then I've got a lav mic that comes onto my lapel. And because I'm outside, I'm using a small dead cat, a dead kitten if you were. Probably not the best thing to call it, but it's a wind muffler that will stop the wind affecting the sound quality. So hopefully, I'm in a fairly sheltered spot at the moment, but you should be able to hear that the wind is absolutely not a problem. And it is quite a windy day. So let me switch over to the GoPro, and I'm going to set you down again. Okay, so this is the GoPro that I've got it set up on. So I've got a little selfie stick, and there's hundreds of these on eBay or Amazon, and all it is a short selfie stick that you can then hold out, and then I can record myself and you won't actually see that I'm actually holding a camera. So I can walk around, and I'm just going to switch to the GoPro so I can walk around. You can see my camera there in the background, but as I turn around you won't see anyone here. So filming all on my own on a beach and doing this without any assistance whatsoever. You might be able to hear a little bit of wind noise now because I'm facing the wind. If I face this way, hopefully that wind noise should dissipate because the wind's now on my back. One of the biggest problems when vlogging, you have to have the camera so close to you. The engineers at GoPro have done a marvellous job with the mics on the GoPro, just like the engineers at Sony have done marvellous work with the inbuilt mics on their cameras. But as soon as you walk away, the sound drops off and it starts picking up people talking, waves crashing, wind noise, seagulls overhead, all that sort of stuff. The distracting stuff that you really don't want to hear on a vlog. The good thing about the Rode Wireless Go is it allows me to be a lot further away. Cue that B-roll. the GoPro is no longer anywhere near me. I am scrabbling over some rocks, and the observant among you will know that I have put the GoPro down and then scrambled back over rocks I just scrambled across to make sure I get the sequence that I need. And you can hear, apart from the fact I'm out of breath because I'm scrambling over rocks, but you can hear, hopefully, because there's a little bit of wind through this gully, but you can hopefully hear that you can be a way off from where the camera is and still be heard. Just like that. Now we come on to the next reason this is in the Ulanzi, try saying that when you're drunk, housing, is that the Ulanzi has a 52mm screw thread on the front, which has allowed me to put a polarizing filter on there. Why is that important? Well, at the moment I'm down at the coast and sadly there's no blue sky. If there was blue sky I could show you just what having a polarizer does for skies. But what I'm going to do is cut in some shots I did before with blue skies in it, and you'll be able to see just how amazing those skies look with a polarizing filter. The other thing the polarizing filter will do is if I go to the sea over here, I'm just going to walk down to the massive rock pool, over some rocks, trying not to break a leg. Right, so what we can do is turn you around, have a look at the reflection in the water. It starts off and then it darkens off, so you've got all that reflection, and then as I turn the polarizer, so any light that's at a 45-degree angle to me gets cut out, and it allows the image to look a lot better, which is why it makes the sky look a lot bluer. Now I'm going to step across these rocks while I'm talking to you to show just how versatile this thing is. If it was any heavier, my arm would be aching, my back would be aching, it would be all shaky, and I wouldn't be able to concentrate on jumping off the rock. So heading back this way. The other reason that I've got a polarizer on there is because, you know, when you see shots of helicopters in those helicopter medic programs and the rotor blades look like they're still, so the helicopter is rising up and down and flying along, but the rotor blades look still. That's because the shutter speed on the GoPro matches that of the rotors going around. So you want to slow the shutter speed down, so you want to have less light going into it, which is why people like Polar Pro and all those people have neutral density filters for the GoPro. The polarizer also cuts out a little bit of light, which will then slow the shutter speed down. The other good thing about having a 52mm screw thread on there and the filter is that at the moment there's not really any way of protecting the lens, and on the Hero 8 it's not interchangeable, it's not user changeable anyway, you have to send it back if you break it. So by putting it in this housing you can also put a standard 52mm lens cap on it, just like this. So this is me using the GoPro on the selfie stick, and you shouldn't actually see my arm, and also filming on the A6300. Now the A6300 I've taken off the gimbal, so it will be a little bit shaky, but it will show the difference in the quality you can get between the two cameras. So if I come round, now I'm facing straight into the wind, so you'll hear the difference in the sound. You may hear some wind noise now on the sound system on the Wireless Go, but it is pretty good, and it'll be way better than the sound that's coming out of the A6300. And what I'll also do is a little test on the sound that comes out of the GoPro without the Wireless Go on. Right, so this is GoPro without the Wireless Go on, and it's a little bit breezy. I mean, it's not particularly windy, but it's a little bit breezy, and I'm facing with my back to the wind, so the wind will be coming straight onto the camera. If I turn around, this is the wind straight in my face, so at the back of the camera, and if I go to the side, it should then be the wind straight onto the side of the camera that way, so that's coming from the right hand side, and then if I turn it the other way, that's coming from the left hand side. And then if I just connect up the Wireless Go, so that's now with the Wireless Go on, facing straight into the wind, off to the side, to the right hand side, with my back to the wind, and then my left hand side to the wind. So hopefully that's not too bad. So I hope I've shown you just how versatile and handy this little setup is. If you're a vlogger doing any sort of work, then this is a perfect little system. You've got the different points of view of the camera, you've got the slow-mo, you've got the time warp, you've got the time lapse, you've got the night lapse, you've got picture taking, you've got everything just in this one little camera. It's a perfect little system now that it's been slightly modified. It's got the exterior sound, it's got the exterior filter holder, it's got everything you can want. It's even got a little, a little extension pole just in case you want to do some low level shots or vlogging shots. So I'm going to put a link to all of this stuff in the description box down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.